What if Napoleon had won at Waterloo? Have you ever pondered the what ifs of history? One of the most captivating what ifs, see annals of history, is what would have happened if Napoleon Bonaparte had triumphed at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. This single battle not only marked the end of Napoleon's rule but also had far-reaching consequences for European world. So, let's embark on a fascinating journey to explore this alternative history. The Battle of Waterloo. A brief overview. The Battle of Waterloo took place on June 18, 1815, north town of Waterloo impressed -day Belgium. Napoleon, having returned from Maximilian by, was facing a combined forces. The Seventh Coalition, consisting of British, Dutch, Belgian, and Prussian troops. The battle was intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. In the timely arrival of the Prussian army under Governor von Blücher, combined with the tenacious defense of Lucius, led by the Duke of Wellington, led to Napoleon to lift the immediate consequences of a Napoleonic victory. Political reconsolidation in France. If Napoleon had won at Waterloo, he would have likely re-established his firm control over France. The Bourbon Monarchy, which had been restored after Napoleon's first abdication, would have been firmly purchased once again. Napoleon would have been able to implement his Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive system of laws that had brought order and equality. At least in legal sense, of France. This code emphasized territory, property rights, and unified legal system, which would have continued to shape France's society, expansion, and influence in Europe. Napoleon's victory would have likely to reign expansion of the French Empire. He may have sought to regain control over territories that have been lost during his exile. This could have included parts of Italy, Germany, and the Netherlands. His influence over the regions would have been strengthened, and he might have further impulsed French-style administrative systems, education, reforms, and legal codes. This would have led to a greater homogenization, European culture, and institutions in area under French control, similar to had happened during the age of his power. 1814 impacting the balance forward in Europe. The victory would have repeated the carefully constructed balance forward in Europe. The Seventh Coalition, which had been formed to oppose Napoleon, would have been shattered. Britain, which had been a major driving force behind the coalition, would have faced a significant setback. Its efforts to contain French expansion and maintain its own naval colonial supremacy would have been severely hampered. Prussia, which had played a crucial role in Napoleon's defeat in the actual history, would have seen its influence in Central Europeanism. Austria, another member of the coalition, would have been forced to either make peace with Napoleon office. The matter of assert French Empire, long-term consequences, economic developments. A victorious Napoleon may have accounted to promote range economy's interests. He had previously implemented policies to boost French industry, such as the continental system, although this system, which aimed to block British trade, had mixed results in reality. A successful Napoleon might have refined and been proud it. He could have further developed French manufacture, especially in textiles, arms, and luxury goods. This would have a durable effect on the economies of the territories under his control, as they would have been integrated into a larger French center economic bloc. There could have been more infrastructure building, such as the construction of roads and canals, to facilitate within the empire social and cultural changes. French culture, already Hitlerlian in Europe, would have spread even further. The Napoleonic era is known for its contributions toward literature and architecture. With a continued Napoleonic rule, French art forms like neoclassicism would have remained dominant in Europe. French literature, with works from authors like Hugo, has a young man during this period, might have had an even wider audience. Education reforms, which Napoleon had initiated, would have been extended across his expanded empire. They could have a more literate and educated population, at least in areas where French-style education was implemented. Military and technological advancements. Napoleon was a military genius, and the victory at Waterloo would have given him the resources and the impetus force develops range military. He may have continued to experiment with new military tactics and technologies. The Napoleonic Wars had already seen the spread use of artillery, and a victorious Napoleon might have instead more developed of more accurate and powerful guns. He could have also made advancements in infantry and cavalry tactics, which would have influenced military strategies around the world. In terms of technology, the NATO supported a large-scale military campaign and then expanded. Empire could have spurred innovations in areas such as transportation, communication. The world beyond Europe, colonial and low influence France under victorious Napoleon may have been able to assert its colonial ambitions. France had lost many of its colonies during the Napoleonic Wars, especially those British. With a newly power, Napoleon could have tried to regain control of colonies in the Americas, such as Saint Domingue, now Haiti, which had gained its independence during his rule. He may have also looked to expand French influence in Africa and Asia. This could have led to increased competition with other colonial powers like Britain and Spain. In the long run, it might have changed the course of colonial history, with French-speaking colonies by more prevalent in different parts of world, impact on United States. The United States, which was, in the process, its own expansion and development, as time would have been affected, a powerful range empire in Europe could have influenced the balance for in the Americas. The United States had previously beefed from the Napoleonic Wars, as it was able expanded trade while Europe was at war. However, a resurgent French imperial method led to more complex diplomatic relations. The Louisiana Purchase, which had been made from France in 1803, could have been re-evaluated if Napoleon had more resources and a stronger position. A massive threat took the more force over the New York territories, avowing attempt to regain some of them. In conclusion, the what if of Napoleon winning at Waterloo opened the past array of possibilities. It would have not only changed the course of European history but had far-reaching consequence for their staff world. However, it's important to note that story as complex web of events, and even a victory at Waterloo might have lost numerous challenges and unforeseen symptoms, but speculation itself is a fascinating exercise that allows us to understand the significance of facing a battle in shaping the modern world.